Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm in the fun jar. I gonna walk to my backyard and show you what did I do yesterday and this morning as well. We have very horrible weather yesterday. The I think the temperature maximum just around 4.5 or 4.8 degrees Celsius. It was so cold, but I still went out because I got boy inside. I went out and I moved my little peach tree from my backyard. I moved it to the front yard, that's the corner over here. So I gonna turn the camera around and show you. But also this morning it was very lovely. In fact, the whole day it was sunny. It just suddenly the cloud just about me over there. But you can see the blue sky still over that way. So anyway, I moved a few more roses around this morning as well. It was very lovely, really lovely to walk in the sun, and it wasn't cold or wasn't hot at all. Right, let's start from here. So I think you can see a little bit better, than if I standing very close to that spot. So you can see tiny little peach tree over here. I moved it from my backyard. Because this one the whole year last year it didn't do that well. I bought a spare rooted from the nursery. I bought two trees actually, but this one it didn't do that well. I think there are several reasons. I think maybe they have a root competition, nutrients and water to my other fruit trees in the backyard, because I got the apricot tree and the plum tree. They are huge, but also maybe it doesn't have enough sun that it should receive. Anyway, I decided to plant in the area there. If you remember at the back over there, I did have a black lace elderberry bush, and it grew so big and tall in the last few years. I did show you in the video that my husband helped me to sow it down. I put the black plastic piece on the top to kind of want to kill it because I don't want it grow anymore. It's so vigorous, and I managed to dig a hole to put the peach tree down. But in order to do that, I have to use the loppers to cut a lot of the roots of a root out over here. You can see that only one little hole over there. I have to cut this many roots. And the other day also I plant two more roses just behind the stem over there. One here and the one over there. That's rose. It's just the rose that the other day I show you. This one is called Guangnada or Guangnada. Sometimes it confuses me how to pronounce this. Anyway, still maybe some color over here I can come over and show you. So I have two bushes. They are all different. I saw they are different variety, but this is Guangnada. Still a little bit the color here. I just show you. I think I don't know, a few days ago. So this one I have in container for 2 years. I'm glad that I have room to put it in the ground, because being in the container in the terracotta or in the clay container, it can easily get pot bound, especially the vigorous variety. And this one it has grew so big. And this one is the white rose. It's called Winds. I have it in container as well, very close to my front yard or front door. And again, this one got pot bound as well. I'm very pleased that to have a room to plant it in the ground actually, because after I put the plant out, I could see the roots just circle around. So that is it for this area actually. I think in the future I can plant few more up here and there, but I don't need to fuss about this area. I don't need to trim the tree much like the black snake elderberry. But let me show you, the cut over here have quite a bit of damage. So I think I'm gonna cut it down a little bit further. So further down this way. So I will wait in the winter, early spring. There's no more heavy frost or frost, and then I will cut it down. I remember like on that day, at the beginning I didn't intend to get the tree, but at the end I did, because there's the guy who worked there. He demonstrates for me how he can prune the tree with a very nice shape. Okay, he recommended me to take this one. Yeah, and yes, he did pull it down and to open, the vase, vase shape in the center, but the cut is too big. Like this, and then during the winter it got very bad damage, and also I think the trees were still very small as well. So after after the winter last year, I could see the cane got quite a bit of damage after that, and plus the winter this year. So you can see that this one, the back died down on the way down here already. So I'm gonna cut on the way down in the next few months. Hopefully this tree still stay with me. I do hear some shoot here and there though, so I think this tree should be fine. I just need to cut it down a little bit or pull it down a little bit. Right, let me go to the other side and show you what I done. In the corner over here, I hardly showing you actually, but let me show you. This is the rose I moved from my backyard to my front yard, and I decided to plant it in this area over here. This one is called origami, and it is a very heat tolerant rose. And the area over here it got full sun, and especially in the hot afternoon sun. A lot of my roses over here they got sunburned. Like example, a lot of the canes here they got sunburned like this. You can see that. So I hope that I hope that this one can do well in here, because I know this one can grow quite vigorous as well, and I think it could be better to plant this one in the ground than in the container. And before I got one little rose, it was planted here. I pulled it out, and that one didn't do that well. A lady she gave me a while ago, and at that time I think she was doing landscaping at the house as well. So I decided to pull that one now and plant this one here instead. And you can see I got another rose over here. This one got sunburned very bad too. This one is called black caviar, 3 bushes, but this one doesn't do that well. The other two they quite big actually. Yeah, anyway, so I just moving rose around. Winter is not like I could say a break from that heading and thing, but no break for me transplanting, moving things around actually. Have a lot of garden cleanup to do. You can see that a lot of leaves and debris. Wow, and a lot of pruning when I'm start doing that. That could make me very busy. And at the area over here, I think this rose will be much happier now when it's in the ground. So the soil is really dry. Let me come over here and show you. See, you can see the container. I chopped the root off, and then you can see just on the root, not much of soil, anything in there anymore. You can see that. Wow. Yeah, this variety goes so vigorous. It is heartfelt. I bought it from memorial for my mom. Up to 2 years, planted in that container. The other one is heaven on earth is in that container over there. I planted in the ground not long ago either. So this plant will have a little bit shape in the afternoon from that pear tree, maybe a little bit from the other pear tree of that way as well. But I think and maybe next year and another year, those pear trees get a little bit bigger as well, and shades it grow a little bit more. Yeah, after 2 years, I noticed this one like a little bit more shade than the other variety. Otherwise, the bloom just shrivel. So I'm in the backyard now, and the last spot that I want to show you is the area that I dug up the peach tree, and I decided to plant a rose bush over there. And that rose bush again is in the container for 2 years, and I thought that okay, it could be good to plant it in the ground as well. So let me show you. So this one I did it I did it yesterday. Let me show you. This variety called Veteran Honor. It's very lovely rose. It's very heat tolerant as well. And this rose before it was in the container over there in the last 2 years. So I decided to plant this one over here, and I think it will do okay. And next to my other hybrid tea rose over there, that's one is called Eden She Lovely with the creamy yellow color, and this one have very lovely red color. This one very hit on the rose guy. Lasts a long time in the vase and even outside too. Right, let me show you how I have few good cans over there. So I watered it yesterday very well, and I top up some more water for it this morning too. I'm so looking forward to see this one finally to be in the permanent home here. So I do want to move this rose. By the way, let me come back here. This rose, this one in the container for 3 years already. This one is called Bellissimum, and this one is terrible in the heat. So in the summer, actually, or some days in the autumn, if you have very warm temperature, this one can easily get shriveled too. I mean the blooms. So I'm thinking I will pull this rose out and put it somewhere that has a little bit of shade in the afternoon. That is for the video today. I hope that you enjoy a little update in my garden. Yeah, I gonna go inside because it's getting cold. So thank you for watching, and see you next video. Bye bye.